a small girl. And go ahead and give me a medium girl. Give me some sugar. And we're gonna try something new with this pudding song. Here we go. I go dancing with the pudding. Cause I wanna swim in the pudding. And watch me drown in the pudding. And then I fall asleep in the pudding. I want chocolate pudding. I like red bone pudding. Make it bounce, make it sweat for the wet pudding. Buddy over there, look at Buddy. He said he want vanilla pudding. Swirl. I want some educated pudding. It better be some clean pudding. We don't want no young pudding. Whoa. Is that your mama? Go get your mama. We ain't ready for that yet. Now give me some sugar. Where my sugar's at? Give me some sugar. Sugar. Everybody fall in line. Let me see you. Sugar. Steps with me. Steps with me. Alright, we're gonna switch it up. Wobble for me. Wobble. Wobble for me.
Right now, the DJ Epps and Friends Show. Weeknights at 10 p.m. with live turntable mixes and interviews. It's time to turn up your smart device and crank it loud.
Hey, yo, check this out. This your boy Diddy. As we proceed to give you what you need, we are the world famous, the supreme, grand imperial. Hey, yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know.
Father God, we first want to take this time to say thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for love. Thank you for those who are tuned in to this live at this moment. We pray, Lord, that whoever is tuned in right now, that you bless them. Enjoyable time. Allow them to be able to come on here and not worry about problems and not worry about what is going on, but we know that you are taking care of it. At this moment, at this time, allow people to feel loved, to feel peace, and to smile and enjoy. For you said, do not be weary of doing good. So I pray that everybody sows good and reaps good, encouraging one another and looking out for one another. In your holy name we pray. Amen. This is DJ Epps and Friends. Let's go.
What's up, brother?
What's good, my nigga? How you?
I'm good, man. It's been a long Tuesday, maybe a long weekend, a long week. I'm a little exhausted.
I feel it.
It's one of those days.
Nah, no doubt, man. That's why we gotta. I'm glad that we back on and shit. Feel like a long time. We both been grinding. We haven't been able to do our lunches and our weekly meetings and shit. But shout out to Team Epps, everyone rocking with us. We back at it. We got a lot to unpack. There's a lot of shit going on right now, though, man. How's everything, though?
Everything's good, man. Man. Last week, I took about 3 to 4 days off. You know what I mean? Because I was in Chicago. I didn't fly around with my controller, nothing like that. So, I said, let me just take care of business, with everybody I was meeting up with over there and the Jeezy show and meeting up with the super producers and some of the labels. And it was a great situation over there in Chicago, man. So I had a great time over there, man. Looking to go back next month, believe it or not. I'll give that news by probably next week, if anything. But yeah, man, Chicago been good to me, and it was a great situation. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Pizza.
I saw you do some
pizza was so delicious. I like, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Chi-Town. They were showing you mad love out there. Shout out to Jeezy. Shout out to everybody. The interview you did earlier as well. Yeah. Shout out to the Barbie Way. DiBiase, the Barbie Way. Make sure y'all follow the Barbie Way in here. She got a YouTube channel. Lock Queen in the building. Everybody's in the building.
Yeah.
You was rocking it out, man. I said, yo, I saw you do you went to the TikTok and YouTube fight though too, right?
Yeah, you know.
How was that?
It was a little present for my son. I took his friends, you know what I mean? And you know, he did good in school. He finished it up correctly. So, you know, took him to the TikTok YouTube fight. And for $61, it was a pretty good, it was a good show. You know what I mean? You had Little Baby there, you had Mulatto, Khaled perform. There was a knockout. You know what I mean? It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. Nah, no doubt. That's what it is. That's what it's all about, man. Rewarding, you know, hard work pays off. You know what I mean? Your son did good in school. I know your daughter just graduated as well. So congratulations to her.
Yeah.
The young queen. I saw her in her tassel and shit.
Yeah.
I saw her in her gash and getting her hair did. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about, man.
Big shout out to everybody that's in the room, man. Please share the live. AV Alpha Villain is with me each and every Tuesday night where we have a discussion about everything that's happening in the world. You know, also big shout to Hadizio. You know what I mean? They saw one of my posts saying, and it was like, we need to send you that. So big shout to Hadizio, and you know, they gave me the New Devils shirt and hat. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah. So
that's what it is.
Yeah, big shout to them. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. It's a good look. Also,
we got a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, my fault.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I just wanted to shout out to we got Sydney PTF in the building all the way from Australia. Sydney PTF, make sure y'all follow him. Sydney MGTOW YouTube channel. He's in the building. I know we got a lot of interviews coming up. I know we got a showcase too. Before we get into all the fuckery that's going on, we got a showcase happening next Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, with Zodiac TV. Shout out to Zodiac TV. Go ahead.
Yeah, Zodiac TV. You know how we did last month with all the artists. You know what I mean? We're doing it again next week, June 25th, Friday, 8 to 12. If you do want to be part of the performance, you're more than welcome. Hit me in my DM, or you can hit the email zodiactvglobal@gmail.com and sign up. Of course, there's a little fee, but you know that's all for production. We make sure you get your video and all that stuff so you can do your streaming and get your money. You know how that goes. And tonight we got Sean Money in the building. Yeah, man, legendary Sean Money, super producer. Sean Money will be in the building tonight, and he'll be coming on in about 20 minutes. But what's going on, man? What else is going on? There's a lot of things that
that's what I'm saying. It's so much.
And I'm like, God, man, I don't even know how we're gonna cap all of this.
You do one, I do one. You do one, I do one.
All right. Go ahead. You start first.
Me start. I bet. So I want to talk about. I don't know how many people saw this, but there was a teen, an 18-year-old black teenager in Maryland recently that was tased for vaping on the boardwalk. I don't know if y'all caught that.
Yeah, and he was vaping in the ribs.
He got peep game real quick for y'all. For those of you who don't know, a young black 18-year-old teenager was vaping on the boardwalk. Weather was nice. He was vaping, walking discreetly, and he got tased. And there's some footage of him putting his hands up, not resisting arrest, and he got tased. And what happened was they jumped on him and they tied him up like a cow. So they basically tied his hands and his feet together and carried him this way for vaping. Now, shout out to all. It's summertime. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of kids out there right now that are chilling. They're enjoying. They worked hard. Vaping. This is why it's very important. We don't condone any types of drugs or anything like that. If you are not of age, you're not able to make a sound decision. But the brutality and everything that's happening right now as a result of, I guess, the pandemic and everything like that has got to stop. He got tased with his hands up for vaping, bro. And that's a problem.
That's a big
that will never stop. But we got to educate our youth, man, because even when you comply, there may be an issue. So what I encourage all people to do, especially black men, make sure that you are not putting yourself in a position where something like this can happen to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is getting real right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. The minute I saw that, I just thought about Floyd. You know what I mean? It was just, yeah.
It's dangerous, bro. It's dangerous. And, you know, we got to make sure that we tell our people, we got to be the examples that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? And we got to make sure that we become a better example for our kids, for kids in general. You're a big influencer. You know what I mean? I'm on the road to doing that, changing people's lives. And at the end of the day, when you see shit like that, it's important for younger people who do vape, right, to see something like that, because that could be them, God forbid. So very important that we make sure that we talk to our kids, we talk to people that are younger than you, because we assume that they know the shit that they're supposed to know, but they don't. You got to talk to kids about not taking candy from strangers. If you got a dog, you got to talk to your kids about not letting a stranger come pet your dog. So all this shit, we've allowed Google, Instagram, and all this shit to speak for adults. But as leaders in our community, we got to make sure that we are the ones that are telling kids and the youth to be careful, because shit is real.
Yeah, definitely. What about the mom and daughter sharing their sex tapes, man? Zero fuck.
Epps, bro. All right, so Pete Gang, if y'all don't know, make sure y'all go to YouTube. Mother and daughter watch each other's sex tape. There's a show on TLC called Smothered, I believe. Mm-hmm. And basically it was a black woman mm-hmm. and a black daughter mm-hmm. who say, you know, it first starts out about talking about their bond, how they do everything together. Mm-hmm. Then it starts to get a little bit more risque, where the daughter is actually waxing her mother's vagina, her bikini line. And they're exchanging tips on how to do OnlyFans videos and how to seduce their respective partners. So it's like your daughter, I got a mother and a daughter. The mother is telling her daughter how to do shit to seduce her man on tape, and they're watching each other's video sex tapes. Let's unpack that. Dad, bro, please help me.
Yo, I don't know what to do or to say, but all I know is the mothers out there are just, they're just going crazy, man. Bad influence, bad advice, you know, everything, man. We talked about this the other day, women going to the airport with their pajamas. Like, ladies, what are you doing, man? Like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
You know, I was at the gym the other day, and at this particular, I go to different gyms, and at this particular instance, there's a gym with a Hooters. The Hooters is right next door. So I was in my car finishing my coffee before I went in, and I saw a mother drop off her daughter, from what I assumed to be an interview to apply for a Hooters job.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, I was like, damn, man, how sad is that, bro? For a mother to drop off her daughter to be in a position where she's exploiting and working with what she has, but using it, putting her in a position to be exploited. See, the thing is, women want respect. They want respect. They want to be viewed in a certain capacity. But every single minute, they got their breasts out, their ass out, the TikToks, the videos, all this shit.
Yeah.
And when we address it or we comment on it, y'all want to look the other way because y'all think that that's all we want.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, it's like if a man leads with his wallet, he's weak, right? We look at him like he's a simp. But if a woman leads with her ass and titties, we're not allowed to say that you're leading with your assets. Like, you know what I mean? So high value men who've been around the block, who tits and ass really don't do it for them.
Yeah.
That's not what we're looking for. And that is not a good example that you are setting for your young daughters. I see mothers and daughters twerking with their daughters, doing filters with their daughters, doing all types of ratchet shit. And when you get older, how does your sons feel about that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How do you guys want respect if you are continuing to lead your daughter in a path? It's like mothers look at their daughters as their mini-me's, their prizes. And they want them to kind of, instead of wanting to be better than them, they want them to be just like them. And that's not a good look in my book, bro. What say you?
It's not at all, man. And even when I was out in public the other day, you know, at some place there, and I'm just hearing this mother just how she's talking to her daughter. You know what I mean? Just trying to, you know, she, of course, her daughter is young and, you know, acting like a little badass, whatever, but it's the way she talked to her, you know what I mean? I think that's the problem right there, you know what I mean? Firsthand is how you talk to them, and your emotions is getting in the way, and you're not trying to teach them right, you know what I mean? That's a serious problem. What about?
Hey, you know what though?
Mm-hmm.
You know what though? I don't wanna. We gotta put the guys on blast too though. There's a lot of niggas out here that are not leading their sons the right way.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? They doing shit. They acting like they're gangsters and they're not really gangsters.
Yeah.
Or they got their pants hanging down, encouraging their sons to do the same thing. We complaining about violence, but our sons or younger boys are looking up to older guys for guidance, and we're not doing a good job either. So everybody, women, men, we have to understand the consequences in the life that we live in right now. If we don't change that for the kids, it's going to be worse.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you got to be an example, bro. Y'all got to be an example. Work hard, be good, and do what you got to do because everybody's watching. And the kids right now need more guidance and help than ever, bro. That's what I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, definitely. What's up with your girl J-Lo, man? I was having a discussion with my wife about that. And, you know, I told her straight up, and I'm a big J-Lo fan. Like, I want to stick my tongue in her ass type shit, you know what I mean? But I just lost total respect for her. You know what I mean? You know, I get it. You don't want to be alone at no time in life. But, you know how they would say, yo, you moving fucked up? You moving kind of weird that, you know.
Messy.
Yeah.
Messy.
Yeah, you moving messy. There you go. And, you know, I don't care how long you had a relationship with Ben Affleck. I don't care if he's, you know, if he's the, what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I mean? Oh, man, but, you know, whatever. If he's the next guy for you, so be it. But still, man, like, give it a minute. Like, don't look like you just keep on jumping from one guy to the next guy, to the next guy, to the next guy, back to the next guy. You know what I mean? It's just kind of wild.
You are 1,000% right, and it kind of goes hand in hand with being an example. No, shout out to J-Lo. She is a performer. She's a beautiful woman. However, she has a daughter. She has a son. She has fans. She has young girls who look up to her. Allegedly, Ben Affleck, was the love of her life. That was the one that broke her heart the most, the breakup that broke her heart the most. But when we were all looking at Alex Rodriguez, we were all looking at that union, everyone was rooting for her. Mm-hmm. Now that she has jumped ship and went straight to Ben Affleck, everyone is rooting for her.
Yeah.
But imagine if that was one of us, bro. Imagine we jumped from ship to ship right away. We would be crucified. Exactly. So what I'm trying to say,
exactly.
We would be.
And I wasn't even trying to tell that to my wife in that discussion, but that's exactly what I said in my head. Like, if this was turned around, man, we would get chewed up. You know what I mean?
Right. And what happens is women will say, man, you're a man, just get over it. But nah, the thing is this, identifying the scale being off is not weak or it's not being masculine. It's not being masculine. What we're saying is, if you guys hold us accountable to expectations, standards, and carrying a certain persona, women have to be held to those same standards. The problem is the narrative is not encouraging that. So at the end of the day, J-Lo, man, she should have waited. She should have been a little bit more discreet, because now you're sending a mixed message to all these little girls to say that they can do it. When the minute women are not happy, they have the right to leave and say, I'm not happy anymore. But when a man does that, your family, her family, your friends, everyone's looking at you because you have to pretend like you're happy in order to make her happy. And what do we always say on the show? You can't make anyone happy but themselves.
Yeah.
That's their responsibility.
Yep. Everybody, Sean Money's about to come on in a little bit. What else is going on, man?
I got a question. So, peep game, boom. So, I got a question for you. For you, just a hypothetical, and for everybody that's listening, shout out. Make sure y'all share the live. When should you check your lady? When should you check your lady? I'm gonna give you some examples.
Go ahead.
Should you check your lady if she's flirting too much? Should you check your lady if she gives you an attitude in public amongst your friends? I got questions because a lot of women feel like because we're men, we should be able to handle or tolerate shit like that. And a lot of men feel like they shouldn't check their ladies because it makes them look weak. I want your thoughts on that.
I don't care. I don't care, for anybody thinking I look weak with my lady. I get checked. So vice versa, it should happen. That's I'm talking a 20-year plus relationship. So yeah, you know what I mean? There was a point where I found myself checking my wife a lot. And I had to put myself and be like, you know what? Stop that. Let her fall on her face if she doesn't understand it, or let something or somebody else, point it out. Because sometimes, whether it's your girlfriend, your spouse, they don't reply to you. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard. They take it as like like either who the fuck are you, who you think you talking to, or why you being why you being like that? Like, stop it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's not checking. It's just correcting. Now, if there's something, out of place in the household or going back to what you're saying about the kids, how you talk to the kids, like, okay, I'm gonna have to tell you, you could have talked to the kids a different way. You could have handled it a different way. I don't see that checking. That's just, helping you be better. And hopefully you look at the mirror and you'll go fix that. I do it all the time. I
like the way I like the.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Go ahead. You were on it. Go ahead. Finish up. My fault.
No, it's cool. That's what it is, man. If at the end of the day, I don't call it checking. It's not checking. It's just helping, being better. That's it.
I like what you said, man. In a relationship, business partnership, romantic relationship, everyone's not above getting checked, right? Checked or corrected or assisted, right? In a relationship in particular, I think as a man, you should always be checking your woman. Now, on the flip side, if you are out of pocket as a man, you have to embrace what the woman is telling you that maybe you're not looking at or overlooking, to be checked, or at least to get some feedback from her, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, everyone should be checked if they're out of pocket. My thing is, make sure that you do it in a way where it's behind closed doors, number one. And number two, if I got to keep checking you on the same things, it's not necessarily a comprehension thing, it's more of a retention thing. Then that kind of leads into respect. I think a woman is a compliment to a man and vice versa if you guys handle your dirty laundry behind closed doors. And what I mean by that is no friends, no family members, because what happens is your girl may forgive you faster than your family members will. Or your friends, she'll forgive you before your friends will. So that's why you got to keep your dirty laundry inside. And even at the end of the day, you think it's going to be over, you reach a milestone, you got to make sure that when you guys check each other, you do it in a respectful way. So when you guys are outside, you have a united front.
Yeah.
Because there's so many haters out there. People want to slide in and try to fuck everything you have going on.
Yeah, tell me about that. And big shout out to Mr. Cooper. He said it right. It's all about respect. It's all about respect.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
And you got to earn it. Yeah. You got to earn it.
Signature Series Network in the building. Shout out to Amazon, Roku, Fire TV. You know what I mean? And of course, our Zodiac TV holding us down. You know what I mean? We appreciate the love. Next week, we got 8 at the table. Going to be in the building with us. I can't even wait for that. It's going to be a full hour of just, woo!
Yo, make sure y'all make sure y'all follow 8 at the table, yes. Rico Hundo, all of them. They're going to be here, man. We're going to chop it up. We want y'all to think of some questions, some topics. We're going to answer it live. And we're going to talk about relationships, dynamics, all the ratchet shit that I be talking. they gonna bring it too. So I'm not gonna be the bad guy only. It's gonna be Rico gonna be here too. So it is what it is.
We're about to set it off over here.
Make sure y'all follow Rico Hundo because he be popping that shit too. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I'm gonna show the flyers later on, but we also got another edition of Inside the DJ Booth with ATL, Atlanta's own DJ Cash, my Zoe friend. He gonna be in the building. You know what I mean? So get ready for that. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a good summer, man. We got Independence, Jamaica Independence Day coming up very soon, so get ready for that too, man. It's gonna be a problem with that.
I just want to say, man, that interview you did too recently with Young Gotti, I believe, was very inspiring and very telling. I've known Epps for 20 plus years, man. And every time I hear Epps on an interview, I learn something new about him because there's so much history in his database. You know, it's so much. So it just comes out sporadically. Make sure you check out that interview. Mm-hmm. You know, he talked about LL, shout out to LL's, Rock the Bells, and how things can turn. Life is very interesting, but you got to keep grinding, stay true to yourself and what you are passionate about, and it's going to come. Whether it's the money, it's the love, it's going to come, man. So that's what it is, man. That's a good example of how to keep grinding and stay on your purpose.
Nah, I appreciate that. Young Gotti from Chicago, yeah, man, did a great job, man. I love that.
That was a dope interview, yeah.
That was a very dope interview, man. So, you know, big shout to him. Big shout to young King Buckley. Big shout to my man Dave in the building. Also, big shout to Cajun, super producer. And as we're waiting on Sean Money, speaking about super producer, Sean Money gonna be in the building, you know what I mean? We're gonna talk about, you know, him as a producer. We're gonna talk about everything, you know what I mean?
Long list, man. Those are gems. And make sure y'all another thing too, make sure y'all go to our YouTube channel. Here's the thing. Epps and I have a YouTube channel. Important.
Yeah, definitely. Where did I go? Can you see me?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
You can see me?
Yeah, I see you. Okay, what about, you got me?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's bugging. Yeah. So, yo, real quick, while we're waiting for Sean Money, this video you sent me on South Beach, bro, about this dude, these two girls were fighting in the car. You saw that shit? I can't see you now. Oh, there you go. Yeah, on South Beach, yo, there was a lot of fuckery going on South Beach, man. A lot of out-of-towners making us look bad, continuing to make us look bad. There was a domestic, I don't know what's going on. Everyone, you know what it is? A lot of violence is happening. Atlanta, a lot of shootings. I think people didn't realize how much the pandemic really affected them until the door started to open. It's kind of like a dog that's locked in a yard, and when he gets loose, he doesn't know how to act. A lot of shootings, a lot of fightings. I want everybody to be safe, bro. A lot of people are getting shot out here. A lot of people are getting, with masks, tased for vaping. You got to make sure that you guys are staying out of trouble. Have fun. Continue to learn from what happened, but ease into everything, man, because it's crazy outside, man. And I don't want the kids or grown-ups for that matter to be afraid to live their life, especially since we had a year taken from us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, man. Me, I'm an indoor person, so I like to stay indoors, man.
Me. Yeah.
I want to say Happy Father's Day. Get ready for this weekend, man. We're going to have Father's Day. You know what I mean? So, big shout to everybody in the building. Yo, shout,
Sakpasezo. What's up, Mazo? Yo, what's poppin'?
Peace, shot. Yo, F, I'm going to be in the building, man. Shout out to everybody, all right?
All right, AD, man. Alphaville. I appreciate you, brother.
Love you, bro. All right, peace.
Y'all can see me because I can't see myself. Y'all can see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, bet.
I'm good.
Yeah, man.
I'm good.
Yeah, we good. Shout Money XL is in the building. My friend, baby. My guy.
What's poppin', bro? I'm here, man. We live, man. What up,
what
man?
It is, man. Hey, thank you for taking time out to hang out with me for a little bit, man. Everybody, share the live. Shout Money XL about to drop some gems. We're going to tell some stories, and we're going to talk about his new project and all that good stuff. Yo, Shout, how you been, brother?
I've been
from
good,
one
man.
to another, how you been?
I've been good. Thank God for that, man. Everything good, man. Can't complain, man. Everything going smooth. We maintaining family good. We here holding each other down, man. We good.
Yeah, man. How was your pandemic era?
I mean, it was tough for a lot of us, man. Family members catching it and,
a few people I know that passed from it. So it was tough, man. This last year was kind of crazy, but you know, we holding strong and just keeping our faith high, man. You know what I mean? Just got to maintain through it all, you know? Keep pushing.
Were you knocking a lot of beats out while you was indoors?
That's the thing, man. Now, my creative just stepped up crazy, man. That's why I've just been banging out a lot of albums, man. A lot of production, making a lot of music. Got a few projects coming out as well as mine that just dropped because I just been working all through it, man. Non-stop, bro. Non-stop.
Nah, definitely. Okay, so speaking about your project that you just dropped, man, like, you know what I mean? You Chain on Bike 2.
Yep.
The album is crazy, you know what I mean?
Thank you, bro.
You know what I mean? You got a couple of bangers on there. You did most of the production, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I produced the whole album.
Yeah. How do you feel about that album? Talk to me about it.
Yo, honestly, I feel like it's my best work, man, because I've been, you know, just as a producer, working with a lot of different artists, talented artists, new artists, and established artists, and, you know, just having this time where I was able to make music nonstop, and I just had this sound that cohesively together just matched. And if you listen to the album straight through, you ride through it, you're going to feel like it's just one body of work where you could feel comfortable, even with it being different artists, but it's just the sound I was on, the vibe I was on, the production, the kind of beats I was making, it's just a vibe to it that I think people need to hear it. Because the artists I got, the new ones that's about to blow, that I'm bringing forward, like I always bring forward, it's about to be a few new talents in town, bro. It's about to be crazy.
Talk to me about the new artists that you pushing. I know one of them is Banks. What is that? EU Banks or U Banks?
No, the first one. I got a few that I'm pushing right now. Shout out to Teddy Andreas. He's one of my first artists I ever had signed to my indie label. My label's called Teamwork Music. You know what I'm saying? And then I got my boy Sandy Benjamin from Ohio, Toledo, Ohio. My boy Chubbs the Dreamer, my Zoe. He's actually out down there in Florida as well, down in Naples and all that. So, you know what I mean? I got some talented. My boy Jovian from Brooklyn. He got a dope vibe to him. He's singing rap. You know what I mean? It's a lot of new talent that I'll be working with. And then there's a whole bunch of artists that ain't even signed to me, that ain't my artists, like Brittany Carter from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? My boy Name Brand from LA. My boy Warren Went. You know what I'm saying? Rain 910 from North Carolina. There's a few talented artists on the album, man, that's unsigned. That are, you know, so, you know what I mean? It's just it's so much good talent that I had to get it together, man. Bring it all together.
Now, all of this is going to be under Teamwork?
Yeah, Teamwork Music. I got it. My distribution is through Entertainment One, so I'm pushing out my records. And, you know, shout out to Ali Vegas. I got my homie from Queens on there. And it's just like, it's just a collective of all the dope talent that I work with through my whole career, man.
Dope, man. I'm looking forward to hearing some of those guys and their projects. And you in Queens right now, matter of fact?
Nah, I'm not. I'm in Long Island, which is like 10 minutes from Queens, but it's just, you know what I mean? I'm in the burbs chilling in the crib, you know what I mean? Right outside of Queens.
Does Queens still get the money?
Of course, man. Queens always get the money. We first and foremost, bro. We don't play, bro. You look at the executive count, the talent count. Queens got some serious water going on out here, man. It's
For
serious,
sure.
man. You know?
For sure. So what's the difference between the first album and the second album, the part 2?
The first album really was like, it's when the quarantine just hit, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm going through my hard drives. I got a lot of time chilling. So I start finding Prodigy verses. I start finding the Styles P verses, shit I was doing throughout my career that I'm like, yo, I can't just let this sit here. Like, they need to hear this. So it came up with me just saying, you know what? I got some records with some dope artists, plus established ones. And then I got some new artists. And I'm like, let me combine it, put it together, and push it out. You know what I mean? Because I don't like to sit on music. I'm not one of those people that got dope records and nobody hear it because it's just no place for it to go. It's like, yo, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do this, man, and start this volume so it can actually help the new ones coming up, as well as let you hear what I've been doing with some of the legends like Prodigy and Styles P that was on the first album. And then this one wasn't that. It was all new records. So it was more like, all right, yo, that kind of clicked. You know what I mean? When, you know, Chubb started taking off, my boy Chronic, my boy, you know, Sandy Benjamin on the first one with the Too Many, it got thrown into rotation and all kind of stuff started happening. So I was like, it's actually helping break the new artists. So let me keep that going. So that's the formula to break the artists as we expand the indie label.
Now, breaking artists,
Not the same, man. It's not the same. Before
it's not the same at all. But for me, like, me, ever since me, you, 50 met up since day one, it was always in my system, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I kept that alive always, you know what I mean? Shout to Chronic, I appreciate the badge, homie. Shout
That's
to
right.
Chronic,
Ali Vegas, GC on the check. What up, man?
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Breaking artists is very, very, very important, you know what I mean? Give me a few words on breaking an artist, not just music, an artist.
Yo, I done seen them walk in where no one know who they are, and then turn around, put this work in from the ground zero, and then really hit the pavement from all levels, from the street to the DJs, to the media, to the venues, to the cities, the whole groundwork, man. Everything that it takes, man. Every few years it changes. The whole marketing way, the whole ground way, you know what I'm saying? And now we're in an industry where everybody wants to see streams and pay for play and pay for this. So every time it just kind of keeps shifting. So I keep learning the new ways how to market it, you know what I mean? And you got to shift with it, because now we're in a new era where before it was just like, yo, 50 was in my crib. We put out the mixtapes. I went hit the streets, went hit all the mixtape DJs. The mixtape DJ spreaded it from the bootleggers, and then that shit just hit the streets. That's when the CDs was an actual physical form. Now we in not a non-physical form where it don't even matter. It's all digital. So you got to just switch with it. So it's a constant switch, bro. And trust me, like even now, like I'm learning new ways how you market, and we going to keep doubling down on it and keep putting it where it need to go. Sometimes it's a new way. So every time.
Yeah, right. Look what I'm doing over here, man. They buying my packages. They sending it back. They want me to play their record over here.
That's right, because you that dude. You always been that dude since the first time we touched down. You know what I'm saying? So you've been a big staple in Florida and in Miami. So I appreciate that for real.
All day. Okay, so speaking about the first time you touched down in Miami with 50, and I'm gonna just go ahead and tell this story, man. This is one of my legendary story of not only meeting 50, but just hip hop in general. So I'm rocking one of these parties on South Beach, and Sha Money just calls me and saying, "Yo, we in Miami. Where you at?" And I gave him the address, and they came through, and they're like, "Yo, I want to introduce you to 50 when he." And this is even before everything. This is how to rob.
Yeah.
Exactly on how to rob.
Yeah.
And came on Washington, came out the truck. 50 gave me a big hug. Like, yo, I heard you that dude. Gave me a hug. And when he gave me that hug, all I felt was the bulletproof vest all over. And I'm like, oh shit, this shit is really real. Like,
it's real, yeah. Nah, we was moving different back then.
And that was an awesome time, a memorable time. And not only that, man, after that, unfortunately, some things happened between some Miami artists and the G-Unit cab. And, 50 had to make a decision along with you and Nelson at the time. And y'all put me down with G-Unit, you know what I mean? Y'all, helped me with the truck.
Yep. The whole promo thing.
Tony, we took care of Mob Deep. We took care of Buck.
Yeah, you held us down.
It was a great era for me, you know what I mean? A lot of people in Miami couldn't understand why I took the account. But at the end of the day, I got to feed my family. Like, nobody ain't going to feed my family. And the 50 and you, Sha Money, said, yo, here's the bag. Do what you do. Get rich or die trying everywhere.
Out there, everywhere. He flooded the streets, man. And we love that, man. And that was the time. And that's when we really was hitting the streets. It was like billboards, posters, flyers, the whole thing, stickers. Real hand-to-hand promotion. Those days is over. You ain't seeing
that guerrilla marketing, man.
Yeah, real marketing, street marketing, man. That was for real. The rap trucks, rap vans. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. And even when 50 came out with the Get Rich or Die Trying video game, man, like he put the video game in the back of my truck, and everybody was just playing in the back of my truck.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro. And
what was your favorite G-Unit era with that, with that with 50?
I mean, it was at that time in 2003, 2004. You know what I'm saying? Every time we would go down there, we vibe with all the Zoes and everything. Because for me, being from, from Queens, Shadyville, to us is Haitieville. Like, this is like, it's like, a whole Haitian community up here in Queens. So when we got down there and I caught that vibe, and then I met with all the Zoes, the Pound, and everybody, that's when I felt like, wow, this is home, man. And I never spent that much time like that down there. And then we connected with everybody, Happy, the whole crew, Red Eyes, everybody. And then that's when it really became like, oh, this is home right here, bro. We had the squad out there. We had some real ones out there. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Macazo too, man. I mean, like, the whole time when we got out there, it felt like, for me being Haitian, it just was like, this is a second home, bro. And that's why we spent a lot of time out there.
And I think for me, it wasn't even just the bag or, 50 Cent. It was between me and you. It was some Zoe shit. Like, you need help. I'm going to take care of you. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Going back to what I was saying earlier, of course, Fat Joe Khaled didn't understand this, why I took it. But, like I said, it was family related, you know what I mean? And I was the belly of the beast doing all of that.
I know, but I even speak to Cool and Dre, and when I spoke to them like not too long ago, when we look back out of it, when they gave me that beat to Hate It or Love It, man, you know what I'm saying? That was a change of an energy that helped them at that point, which shifted in them, and then they ended up getting their deal with Interscope and started really doing their thing. So it was like, even though there was times where, the energy 50 and Joe wasn't getting along at the time, look at them now. You know what I'm saying? They good now. But at that time, like you said, it was like a lot of, why you fucking with the da-da-da? But even with that, people ate, you know what I'm saying? So, and then, I went back to Cool and Dre's studio out there and always was hanging out there. So it came with a cost, but it also came with people winning too, you know what I mean?
Oh,
so,
definitely.
You ate, they ate, everybody ate, you know what I'm saying? We was eating, so it was a little hate, but that hate just be stopping the money, bro. And at that time, we didn't know.
For me, like, even when y'all first met me back in South Beach days and all that, and going into that era, my name in Miami, I'm not saying it was, there's a time where people in your city, they just, all right, it's Epps, he's done it all, you know what I mean? But I felt like, the G-Unit platform gave me a chance to go overseas and start rocking for you guys in Germany or Italy or Switzerland and stuff like that. And I've been doing that for 10 years straight. And I thanks to you, even Who Kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah, even Cousin Who Kid, man. Now, you took it to new heights. You was a hustler too, man. And it take that work. And some people, it'll come right to them and they'll walk right past them. But you picked it up and you created your brand with it and kept going. And look at you now, still here, still going. Like, there's a lot of people that was standing next to us at that time that ain't even in the game no more. So it's a different time right now, You gotta survive.
Let everybody know it's just a hustler mentality.
Oh, it's a hustler, bro. We talking about first generation came here with nothing. A phone call, a family member to call, and we built it from the bottom, bro. So, this is something where I appreciate every time out here because we come from a third world country where we ain't have shit. So we got to make the best out of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real. So that energy carries through, and it still do. Even now, I'm even more hungry than I ever been. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You mentioned Who Kid's your cousin. Like, how's he been doing, man? I haven't heard from him for a little bit. I see him.
He's good. I actually just spoke to his brother. His brother just did some work. His other brother be doing some carpentry work in my crib all the time. So he good, man. He good, man. He him. He a world superstar DJ now. So he enjoying it, man. Doing his thing, doing the radio, doing all kind of shit, man. He's him. He's a comedian, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
He's a comedian, man. You know what I'm saying? But he chilling though. He chilling. He definitely doing his thing.
And to close out on the G-Unit situation, like, can you tell the people your side of the story between you and 50? Are you guys good? You guys left it alone? Or?
Yo, we grew apart. Some of the time the money come in and it changed things. So at the time we were both young and he wanted things a certain way. He wanted it all for himself. I was doing it a certain way where everything was working for everybody. But at the time he kind of didn't see things the way if you look back now, you understand, like, you needed that team because not everybody one man can't do it all, and everyone serve a role. So he kind of just felt because Sha Money was that Haitian hustler doing everything, producing, managing, engineering. But when we was broke, we had nothing. We ain't had nobody to pay for it, so I did it all. So when the money came in, I still was doing it all, and that money that came with it was coming to me. So we had that little moment where he was like, "Oh, Sha, you making too much money." But when you look at it, bro, you know what I'm saying? It was just like some young thoughts and shit that probably when you look now, it's stupid, man. You know what I mean? But I don't have no beef with him. And it's just that we live and learn. You know what I mean? And I still wish him well because that's the same person that came here where everybody wanted him out this game and I wanted him in this game. So it's like I can't even hate on that even now because I always wanted him to succeed. You know what I mean? But we had time apart. You know what I mean? We just had to split apart. He wanted it a certain way, and I said, all right, you can have 100% of it. And that 100% of it became 100% of actually nothing because it never came out with another record, another album. Nothing ever came out after I left. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you got it all now, but what did you actually get 100% of? Nothing. You know what I mean? Because you could have shared with your homie little percentage, bro. Let's eat. And he kind of didn't see it that way at the time. So we had to part ways, and I just kept going. You know, I kept signing. I went and signed Crit, signed 2 Chainz, went and worked with Gotti, did Travis Scott and Bobby Shmurda, just kept going, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody after, I just kept going. The chain stayed on the bike. That shit stayed in motion. And that's this energy that I was bringing to him that he didn't understand. I kept everybody moving. You know what I'm saying? But that control, you got to know that power, that should have fucked you up sometimes. You got to know when too much power could lead to too much end because you're just too powerful. So you're going to end it yourself.
You know,
power is the means to an end, as they always say.
It's fucked up that people still have that mentality these days, man. You know, if you have a lot of power, you just abuse it a lot, man. And
look at the president, our last president. Look at half of this white supremacy. Everything is based on power. It comes to an end because you don't know when to chill because you just lose control, man. You got to have that control and know how to give power as well as have the power. But so many people are power tripping, you know what I mean? They don't know how to use the power. They abuse the power. And that's where we see it in Haiti, you know what I'm saying? Every time someone getting the power, they fuck it up. It's just you got to know how to really to harness that, bro. It's a real blessing that you have that power.
Facts. You talk about Big Crit, man. Talk about Made It Out the Struggle for me.
Yo, Big Crit, you know, one of my favorite artists from the South. And just, since I signed him to Def Jam back in 2010, he was the one doing all the beats. So, I never really got to work with him in the creative space like I was a producer. I did it from an A&R standpoint. And I promised him as well that because he was a producer that when it came time, he'd get his deal, he'd do all his tracks. So this is actually the first track that I ever produced for Crit. You know what I mean? And for me, it means something because I always wanted to work with him like that. And let him hear how he would sound over my shit, just so he could hear a different sound as well. And then I brought the island to him. He from the South. I brought the Jamaican vibes with my boy GC, Gate Citizen. My boys, my Zoe Chubbs, the Dreamer came in and killed that verse and brought the song together and actually gave the vision and laid it out. So when Crit heard it, he loved it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when, that was a magical moment because Crit and me, through all of this, we still maintain a relationship and still 100. So it was just love to come back and get back and make music with him. That was a good thing.
Dope. Another record that I enjoy is White Roses with Cormega.
Woo! Shout out to the legend, the GOAT Cormega, man.
Yeah.
Cormega actually was the first rapper to buy a track from me. You know what I'm saying? And I was on Street Team promotion for Nas, and I was handing out, it was written books. And he was at the State Theater walking with Nas, coming off a show. And I was on the street team, so I had access to them. You know what I mean? Because I'm on the team. So I gave him my beat tape. This is before CDs. I gave him a tape. And Angel Dust was on that tape. So from that time to now, me and Cormega transitioned, and he went and did his thing. And then I went and did Get Out His Way for him and helped make one of his biggest singles off of his career. And I went on and did my thing. And this is like just that full circle, like the song with him and Nas, where we could come back now, 20 years later, and still work together, still show Queens get the money together, and give roses and give our white roses, because that's just part one. There's a part 2 coming out on his album, and this is where he's like, look, if you look at Mega's post, he's out here not just feeling himself, he giving it out to the others too. Like he's sharing the love and giving out white roses, and that's what that song is about. Giving out to the legends and the people you respect, you know?
I need to get Cormega on the show, man. You got to help me out with that.
Nah, say no more, man. I should pin him right now so he know, bro. Like, I'll definitely
set that up for next month. That'll be dope. Before we get up out of here, you know, not only Epps and all the DJs, but MP3 Wax is helping you push your music.
Yo, shout out to MP3 Wax. I appreciate them. I definitely rock with them.
Let me know. Let them know how important it is, how we got MP3 Wax just pushing Sha Money's project. You know what I mean?
Yo, let me tell you, man, the whole world revolves around DJs, man. Life ain't shit without a DJ. Me as a creative, it goes from me to the DJ. I want the world to hear my music. So MP3 Wax means everything because it's actually getting you to all the DJs that's out here, you know, really loving music and supporting it and getting you the people you actually can't get to. So that's when I hit up MP3 Wax, like, yo, I need to make sure all these DJs get my joint. And that's when I did the account with them, and we did that platinum account just so we could just make sure the spread is there, because the music got to get out there. Not everybody just discovering shit. Sometimes you got to make sure it's fed to them. And that's what MP3 do. It makes sure all the DJs is on top of what's out here, what's new, what's popping, who's hungry, who's trying to get out there. And if you really respect the music, you're going to hear it and you're going to love it. And that's what I know for a fact. And that's why I wanted the DJs to have access to the music. So, because I ain't a major label, you know what I mean? So I don't have a whole promo team running around calling DJs every day, making sure they spinning records. We have to grind it like this. So MP3 Wax definitely pin that and get us out there, man. So shout out to MP3 Wax.
All day, man. We got you. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to MP3 Wax. If you need the record, go to the record pool and go get the record, man. There's a couple of joints on there. And get the album as well, man. Chain on Bike 2. Out now. On all platforms. Teamwork.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to Ali Vegas. You know what I mean?
Ali
DJ
Vegas.
dropping here. I see y'all.
Word up. Hallelujah. That's how it stores right now. You know, I just did a whole album with Ali Vegas. You know what I mean? So that just dropped last Friday. They going crazy in Queens. New York is feeling real good about it because he done brought back the vibes. And they vibing crazy out here to that. So I'm enjoying that. And we working, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sully, Will Sully, and the whole crew. Queens get the money, man.
Ali, whenever you're ready, come over here, man. I got you.
Let's do it. That's right, baby.
Before we get up out of here, you know, I just want to say, as a friend, as a brother, as a Zoe, thank you for everything you've done for me. 20 plus years, you know what I mean? From the beginning of your legacy, 50's legacy, even my legacy. Thank you for everything, Sha. Like, it means a lot for you to come on my show right now and keep me still alive and relevant to these people, you know what I mean?
Nah, thank you, bro, and I appreciate that, man, because the roses is giving back, and it was reciprocity coming back and forth is what this industry lacks. So I appreciate that, bro, for real, you know what I mean? And I'm here, bro, because I want to see all my Zoes win, and we got to unite, and that's what Zoes do. We unite. We don't hate on each other, and we got to show them that we can come together and just dominate this game, bro, because we out here to win, bro. And
damn right.
You know what I mean?
Damn
so
right.
I appreciate you, bro, for real. DJ Epps, you a legend out here, bro. For real.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Everybody, man, follow my man Sha Money. Motivation. Did I say that right? Sha Money Motivation, right?
Sha Money Motivation. That's right, man. My Zoes, my Chubbs, a dreamer, man. I'm telling you, Florida, we got something, bro. Wait till y'all hear Chubbs, man. We're about to get crazy out here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I got something else coming from the South, man. From the South. Actually, he got a record on the album called From the South. Fire, bro.
Damn right, man. Hurry up and get out here, too, man. Come fuck with a nigga, man.
Oh, yeah,
you got a video coming out, no?
Yo, I'm coming. I'll be out there, for sure.
All right, bet. Sha, thank you very much, man. Have a good night. Love you, bro. You know what it is.
Bro. Appreciate you, man. Stay up, man. All right, bro.
Everybody, man, my man Sha Money XL, go get the album now, man. Trust me, Chain on the Bike 2 is crazy. Also, next week, let me put it up on here, man. You know what I mean? We got 8 at the table gonna be in the building. I don't know if you see that. My screen is just completely blank, but hopefully you will see it. But 8 at the table, there you go. Yeah, you see it. 8 at the Table is going to be in the building with me next Tuesday with Alpha Villain, Nikki, Rico. We're going to talk, drop some gems, relationship, everything, man. So please, 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 please come by and check that out. Tomorrow at 8:30, yeah, man, Mr. Hudson, yeah, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem on his show at 8:30. Yeah, success in the music industry. Yeah, we're gonna be on the Hudson show. It's gonna be crazy. I need y'all to support that. Also got some indie artists gonna come by this week as well. When Wednesday is gonna be Wayne. You know what I mean? Wayne is gonna be in the building, live and direct, hanging out with us. Indie artists, if you ever want to come on my show, yeah, you more than welcome. You know what to do. Hit that package up. Hit the email up, teamepspromo@gmail.com. We got you. Wayne Head will be in the building with me tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Don't miss out on that. The next day after that, you know what I mean? Hi Frederick and Tone Red will be in the building with me on Thursday. The record that you heard me play earlier, the Pudding Dance Party, yeah, that's them. They're going to be in the building with me. So yeah, you know, it's gonna be crazy. It's going to be crazy, all right? And of course, like I said, DJ Cash is gonna be in the next edition of Inside the DJ Booth with me. So you're gonna have some fun with that, man. Everybody, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Everybody, I bought a badge. I appreciate you. Yeah, you know what it is, man. Everybody, have a good week. I'll see you tomorrow, 10 o'clock, DJ Epps and Friends, all right? Holla back at your boy, Shaw Money. Thank you, baby. Holla.